listen, let's dive in. You ready for this? We have
Let's do this. Yep.
A bunch of new stuff. So Netflix to open stores where fans can play, shop, and eat in 2025. So, Netflix responsible for closing down like so many stores. They're going to open one up. That's nice of them to give back.
The like thumb in the eye or the spit in the plate would be to open them up in the same exact locations that Blockbusters used to be.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. So funny.
Like I'm sure there's a map somewhere that shows you the addresses of all those Blockbuster locations. Great. And then for them to start picking those off.
If I was Netflix, I would at the very least go buy like 2 or 3, like just for sure, like just to have them. Like
isn't there one still open in Alaska or Oregon?
That's what I remember that, but I'm not entirely sure if it's still true. We've reported on it before, or by reported I mean discussed it at length. But
reported. I like how you made us journalists.
I say that
by saying
with
reported,
air quotes.
Reported.
So,
I don't have my press badge.
Also related to this. You tagged Netflix as hiking prices again. What's going on with that?
Yeah, they came out with their subscriber numbers. They were good.
Okay.
And then they're like, yeah, we're gonna raise prices then. So it's on one of the plans, I think that the 2 of the plans that they didn't raise prices on before.
Oh god.
So they're increasing the price by $3 a month to $22.99 starting Wednesday. So that was probably yesterday, I think.
Got it.
And that's on the premium ad-free plan. And then the basic plan is going to $11.99. And then, the others are staying the same. So if you went through a price hike earlier this year, like we did, your price is not changing yet, but
got it.
I'm sure they're funneling that money into paying for the new stores that they're opening.
That's it for
which
sure.
Which is probably the idea right there.
Fancy food and stuff.
So as you're driving to the new store with all the fancy food and you need some drinking water, there is now a new device that turns hot summer air into drinking water. This is super fascinating. But here's the thing that I think about when I read articles like this. I don't know if you think about this, but we've messed up so much of the environment by doing things, right? And now we're like, we need water. Let's just take it out of the air. Nothing bad can come of that.
Well, what I thought of when I read it was like, how like when you're in an airplane, like you get all dried out and like your sinuses are all dried out and gross and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought, oh, so they're going to do this to like entire areas of the earth now. Like this, like it feels like that could have some side effects. That's not like, that was my thought, Like
but you know what?
Be,
it's better to have a dry heat than a humid heat. So,
it
feels better, maybe.
Okay, sure.
I don't know.
All right. Well, speaking of something that might feel better to at least the chosen people, the IRS to offer free, quote, direct file pilot to some taxpayers in 13 states for 2024 tax season. And here's who qualifies. So it's not Georgia. I can tell you that right now. We did not make the cut or the list, and that's okay. But this is for people that don't have, quote, overly complex taxes. I don't know how they define that exactly. I think I might fall into that category. I've got, just a handful of documents, no big deal. So maybe.
So they say it in the article a little bit. It's going to include Form W-2 earnings, Social Security income, unemployment income, and interest of $1,500 or less. So it's probably not going to include people that have complex investments or even maybe any investments, at least for right now. And people that are self-employed or contract workers that are filing Form Schedule C are not going to be included right now. But it will deal with earned income tax credit, child tax credit, credit for dependents, standard deductions, student loan interest deductions, things like that. So reasonably simple. This is only the first step, so don't get too upset about it.
It's gonna get better.
They just I appreciate the fact that they're doing little baby steps here,
right?
And not being like, we can do all the things, and then it all falls apart.
Because that went so well with the first iteration of healthcare.gov. So
right, exactly. So we've learned a little bit from that, and so we'll just take it easy, and that's fine. Look, none of us have had the free thing yet, so don't complain about it that you don't have it. It just got created.
It's okay.
In a couple of years,
calm down.
We'll have it too. Calm down.
You're being too loud.
Calm down.
All right.
Somebody that's calming down and using recycling almost. Like I kind of thought that with this whole article here.
Oh yeah.
Comcast starts squeezing 2 gigabits per second symmetrical internet speeds through decades old coaxial cable. So stuff that they've had laying around because they didn't rip it out, which is good. They figured out like, hey,
we don't need no fiber. We're just going to use this old stuff up in here. It's going to work great.
We can, don't call it old, call it recycled.
Man, it's old, dude. The coaxial cable is straight old, man. I'm just telling you right now. It's been around a long time.
I mean, it is. I just put a new coax cable in my house because I'm putting up an antenna in the attic so that I can quit paying outrageous amounts of money for live TV over the internet. So
fair enough.
I'm all about a previous tech rec of mine, the Tableau. I'm going to be dusting that off and getting that all hooked up.
All right. Well, last one in our little news section here. Amazon will start testing drones that will drop prescriptions on your doorstep. Literally. Are
they your prescriptions or just prescriptions in general?
Hope they're yours. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe this is the best use of drone delivery. I hadn't really thought of it, but like prescriptions are typically pretty lightweight. And so, it's really good package for a drone to carry and drop off. So
I think we talked about this in previous episodes. There's a startup. They're a well-developed startup now. I think it's called Zipline.
Okay.
That was doing blood deliveries in, I want to say Africa.
I do remember that. Yep.
Which I think is pretty fascinating. It's something that you need right away.
Right.
Immediately.
Blood for transfusions. Let's just be clear about what they're doing. Blood deliveries for the vampires. That's not.
This is not in Transylvania. This is not for the vampires.
Yeah.
There's not like a competing thing for werewolves.
It's like blood bank deliveries. Let's just be like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just so we're okay.
For medical, not to your house, to hospitals.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to be sure it wasn't
medical use.
out there. That could have
this
been
isn't
very,
for like entertainment or
really
anything else like that.